I hate Shakespeare. That's right, I said it. No, I do. I hate Shakespeare. Why? I just don't get it.
Carousel, Lincoln Center was another big dance call because Sir Kenneth McMillan's choreography was represented in that production, and this story I've told before. It's a dance story.
I don't know it. Let me hear it.
So this was an extraordinary show because of many reasons, but the choreography was pretty thrilling. June is Busting Out All Over was the big number with all the kids. In this version of it, the idea was that these kids are just hormonally charged beyond belief, and that June is Busting Out All Over means that everyone wants to have sex. And so it was just kind of a representation of these.
Why is every reinvention of every show we're going to bring out the sex? Isn't that always it? Like, we're going to reinvent
this. What it is.
All right, go on.
That's what it is.
It's all good. All right, so go on. So you're about to have sex and
through dance, and there was a moment. I was in the back. I got to do a lot of it, but they're no dummies. They put me in the back for a couple of very pivotal moments. One of which was where there's a series of hornpipe moves where all the guys are dancing and all the girls are stopped watching the guys show off, and those kind of 3 hornpipe moves go into a double tour. And so
double tour is when you jump in the air, go boom, boom, boom.
Twice, yeah. During rehearsals, they really wanted me to try to get it just so I could be in the mix. And I tried and I tried and I tried, and it was really, really hard. It was really disconcerting, and just like you're just running into, slamming into a brick wall over and over again. It was dispiriting. So they were okay once they exhausted every opportunity to see if I could, and then they realized I couldn't. They said, "One's fine." No, yeah, I would just do one, which was kind of a pathetic little twirl. So that became part of the track for me. It was my last day. I was moving on from the show, and by now I'm doing it. So I've done it. I don't know how many times, 100 times maybe. And I'm leaving, and I say to Taye Diggs, who was in the company with me, who was a good friend. I looked at him and I said, "Hey Taye, I think I'm gonna do 2 tonight. I'm gonna go out and I'm gonna try 2." And this is what he did. He took his arm and he went with just eyes of concern and friendship and just consideration. He said, "Just do one really good one." And I was just like you are right now. Like, oh, God, thanks a lot. But this is why. I didn't know, and he was actually tipping me off, or he was helping me. Rocker Verestigue, who was the dance captain of the show, amazing dancer, and an illustrious, all these great credits to his name.
NYCB, like literally ballet company dancer. He's amazing.
But he's also got the devil in him, and they have this tradition of doing something to people on their last shows just to screw with them and have some fun. Well, his idea for me was that on this very intricate section of dance, that once I turned into the first movement was front, and then the second movement was to the side. Well, at that moment when I moved to the side, everyone stopped dancing and was literally crouching on the Vivian Beaumont stage. So for a good minute, like 30 seconds, I was doing this. I can remember the move. Here, I'll demonstrate it. It was started like this. And out, leap down. Now, by this time, no one's dancing. In the corner, into this prep to go into the double tour. When I get to this point, boom, everyone like hyenas. And I froze, and I jumped up, and I'm sure I looked like a wooden puppet whose face was just like. I did one little pathetic twirl. One little side note is that afterwards, I think people could tell that maybe this was not the thing to do, because I was down in the basement, and I remember everyone coming down like, "Yeah, it was funny," and I said there in the dressing room, I said, "In about 5 minutes, I'm gonna think this is really funny. But right now, don't look at me." Slow down, you're doing fine. You can't be everything you wanna be before your time. Although it's so